done, 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 not done, done and shipped, not done, not done, done.
Welcome to the best cycling vlog, mechanic, tinkering, in a shed show that you can get on the internet right now, Tinker Tuesday, as presented by me. I go by Spindat on here, but my name is Eric. You probably already know that because it's mostly subscribers that watch these episodes, and these are my favorite videos for that reason. Everybody else who isn't a subscriber, go watch all my other videos and then come back to this one. You'll appreciate it more at that point. All right, you saw everything that was done on that list. I do not have the parts or the ambition tonight to take on none of it. I don't want to do any of that stuff. Basically, what I want to do today, in the way of like pure tinkering, is two things. I want to take one of the cogs off of this because it is bigger than what I have on the Track Lacrosse bike right now. Right now on the Track Lacrosse bike, there is a 48-16. I don't love the gearing itself, but I also don't love where it puts the wheel in the dropout. Or if I take a link out, it's actually too far into the dropout and it rubs on the brake bridge. I'm not really looking to machine the brake bridge away with an angle grinder tonight, so I'm going to try and remedy this problem with a 1/2 larger cog that I used for climbing the Cabot Trail when I did it on a fixed gear, and hopefully take up some of the slack, bring the wheel forward. It's a win-win. Easier gear and effectively less of a chainstay length should result in a snappier bike overall.
And for those of you wondering before you ask, is that an ass saver? No, it's not. It's a homemade piece of plastic in the shape of an ass saver, zip tied into place. One tooth difference made very little difference.
I love when I start a video without any real plan and I'm like, ooh, this'll work. This'll be like a big change that'll be like exciting and fun to see. But one tooth moved this axle forward possibly by 1.5 millimeters. Okay, survey time. The Poseidon Track Lacrosse bike or
The Cinelli Vigorelli.
which is your favorite? Vote below. Still haven't gotten stickers made yet. And thus concludes all of the tinkering that will be happening on this episode of Tinker Tuesday. If you do have a need for more tinkering content, go check out the playlist or go watch the video where I rebuilt the Poseidon with white bar tape. That was basically the majority of the Tinker Tuesday content that I could have created. It just came out a little bit early. The rest of this video will be dedicated in its entirety to an attempt at some sort of organization of this awful shelf setup that I created not long ago. I want to do the whole shed, but that is a bit bigger of a cleanup bite than I'm willing to chew. This should help me ease into the process a little better.
And then eventually I'll deal with like this extra mess from building the Poseidon. As a matter of fact, this will be quick. I'm just gonna tidy up this and have it done.
Okay, first off, empty box that doesn't have anything in it. Though I do like this, so I'm going to keep it. It's extremely probable that distractions like this are the reason that I have such a hard time getting things done in a timely fashion. Okay, let's move some helmets. Saddles can stack on top of each other, and they can take up a lot less space if you do that. Funny that every time I come in here and say, I'm gonna make a quick video, like it's gonna be a quick Tinker Tuesday, it's gonna be like a 5-minute, fast, in and out, talk to the camera vlog, I tend to end up in here for way longer than I had originally anticipated, especially when I didn't really have any sort of direction. I knew I wanted to come in here and clean up a little bit, but I didn't know where I wanted to start. So of course I messed around over there. That was 2 hours. It's 10 p.m. and I find myself sweeping for no really good reason at all. Imagine how much of a mess it's going to be when I get the warehouse with a small indoor skate park, indoor dirt jumps, and office setting. Significantly more organized. All the derailleurs are here, all the front derailleurs are here, all the saddles that I have are here, all the cranksets that are currently not in use are hanging out here ready for some sort of project. Shifters, brakes that are probably not going to ever get used, a fork that I can never use because the fork crown is stupid, 2 other cross forks that very much do have a use coming, these that are definitely going to go on something very soon. Thanks for letting me use this iteration of Tinker Tuesday as an excuse to clean up a little bit. It's long overdue. Picking away at this might be a slight regular occurrence in the vlog a little bit, just in the upcoming weeks, because I'm not wildly happy with this setup right now. I think this bench area could be better. The compressor and the welder could probably stack on one another and take up a little less space in one way or another. Also, wall storage is wildly lacking. I think there's probably some use that could be done by maybe putting some 2x4s across here and just, figuring out a way to either hang or use those 2x4s as a way to get things off of this. Because I rely on this surface far too much and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller of a workspace as I keep piling things on it. I'd like to try and avoid that from this point forward. There will be a new bench put in here, a far nicer one than I think the shed really deserves. But it is something that Nick and I have been working on. We're going to put together and put in here once the world opens up again. I think it's worth messing around with the layout in here every so often just to give the idea and the perception that you can deal with a large fleet of bikes and you can mess with things at home, even if you've got just kind of like a crappy shed. If you take the time, throw up some drywall, insulate it, you can do this. You can build what I've got. You could vlog out of it. It could be your studio. Just don't be afraid to start. I think that looks cool. I hope everyone agrees.